Welcome, welcome. And I only play chess when I'm streaming. So that's not the important thing, though. The thing is, if I take with the pawn, which is a very nice idea, he can take with this, which would then be threatening, perhaps, well, it would be threatening, well, it's actually not that bad, because he takes there, and if I, well, but then I have to take back here. And then if he checks me here, that's what I'm wondering. Because if he checks me here, then I could just take. So that actually wouldn't be a big deal. But if I take back with the queen and he takes with that, then I win. I could also win the queen immediately. Okay, let me check that. So I win the queen immediately. I don't know that that works for the reason that he can play this move immediately. Can't move the king. And so I would have to play, well, I wouldn't play anything. But then he would play there. I still can't move the king. And if I take, then he pushes and promotes. So I don't think I can do that. So I'm tempted to take with the pawn. I also feel like maybe there's a way that I can just, maybe there's just a way that I can get away with doing this. Let me look at taking with the queen one more time. It's the first puzzle of the day. If you're just stopping in, my puzzle rating is at 2058. I do puzzles pretty fast, though. So I take there, then he can't push, well, he couldn't do anything. He'd have to take. So he takes, I take, he pushes, and then, oh yeah, and then I lose the game. So I would have to take with the pawn, I believe. Let's try taking with the pawn. All of it was wrong. Every single thing was wrong. Okay, well, then that is, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let's maybe get a hint. It is a queen move. Oh, I always look for checks. Always look for checks. Okay, now I take. And this way, but what if he plays that move? Then I play here. Okay, and then I'm defending that pawn push. Okay. All right, good. All right, so now this one is going to be, I'm in a lot of trouble, but if he pushes, he can't push that pawn because then I just take there. So that's not actually really like a problem. The bigger problem is if he plays that move and then that move. In which case, however, then I would go here. So how do I make this go away? How can I make this pain go away? What if I played this move, threatening to take this, making him push, and then I take? I don't think this is right, to be honest, but I'll try it. Okay, that was right. I tried it. Okay, good. That was most of these puzzles have not been done very often. Because I'm doing like the last couple puzzles that they have, basically. Okay, so the only thing I can take off the table is I don't want to take there, and he's pinned, so he can't move the rook. He's threatening this. This is the immediate threat. However, I go back down here, and that's it for him. So I can, if I check and he goes up there, then that's not good for me at all. Except actually, I take it back. That is probably good for me because I go there. If he goes there, then I bring the rook up. If he blocks with the rook, then I deliver a second check here. Then if he comes back, boom. So let's try it. Okay, maybe it's starting with this. Nope. Okay. This. Always look for checks. And okay, yeah. All right. I forgot about that part. Okay, so now I just want to take here. And now, let's see, this. Maybe. Also this. Nope. This. Nope. That. That. Huh. Okay. And now here. Okay. Not that easy. So now we have checkmate. Okay. 2042. So he's going to take my rook. I need to figure out either a way to prevent him. Well, so I'm going to count the material quickly. We both have 2 rooks. We both have 2 minor pieces. And we both have a queen. His threat is to take my rook. And there is no... The only move with the rook that makes sense, like I would just castle probably if I were playing a game. But this move that's definitely a move. But when he plays there, and this is the point. Then I can play this, and then I take. So I believe this should be the right answer. Okay, so now this is possibly going to trap the queen. Let's be very certain before we do it. But no, I don't want to play this because then he can take. And then that thing I said doesn't do anything. However, there is a second move, which is this. And that is right. Good. Okay. All right. Back up to 2056. All right. So again, it is very important to note that the rook is pinned, an absolute pin. The rook can't move. It can't do nothing. Can't do nothing, except it can take my queen if I don't take. So my queen certainly can't take there. However, a piece that can take there is this. So then what happens after that? He could just move his king there. No, he can't because of the bishop being there. So yeah, so he's forced to take here. No, do I want to do this? Because after that, after queen takes, he blocks. And I'm sure that I want to do that. I just don't know. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure what the follow-up here is. So maybe I also want to look at this move. Because I think that's his only way of blocking, and then I have checkmate. Good. All right. So that was not a hard puzzle, all things considered. So now if I take here, he goes there, then I don't have checkmate. It would be easy to think I have checkmate with the ba da 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 da, but that doesn't work because this rook is pinned, absolute pin. Well, the first move works with check. King moves back here. The trick to this is that I just want to take here so that when he takes back, I can take the queen. And he has no choice but to do that. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Good. All right. That puzzle's been played a lot of times. This one has been played a lot of times as well. So usually these are not as hard. It's the ones that are like, you know, played by 100 people that are very difficult. So I'm looking for captures on his next move. He just made that move with the intention of taking the queen. And he doesn't actually have any squares to go to, however, which is important to note, because now I wonder to myself if I just want to play this move, because this would be the logical follow-up. And then I don't really have anything necessarily after that. Is there a way to make a second threat? Like ideas of this being played are natural to look at, but his queen can take, and even if his pawn took, I don't see how I get anything out of it because my queen would be defended by his. So, I'm pretty sure that the first thing I said was right, except I'm looking at the wrong square. So how can I go after the knight in a way that I'm also going after something else? Or that, oh, I see, the queen is in danger of being taken. Okay. So, so the question now is, do I want to take, and then take there, or something like that? Or do I want to simply try to win a piece for free by moving my queen, and then, yeah, that, and then that. So the queen needs to keep an eye on the pawn, and the only move that goes after the knight with the queen and keeps an eye on the pawn is this move. Not this one, not any other. So start with this, let him play that, take with the queen. Or take the queen. Or, yeah, well, okay. Or this, which is, yes, better for him. And so now we just finished the job, and we are up to 2091. So going for a 2100 rated puzzle rating. Very exciting. All right, I'm thrilled, and then I will start my world record attempts after that. In these positions that are closed, you always do want to look at ideas like sacking this, and then if he takes back, I push. It's a very natural thought, and the only thing that dissuades me from doing it is the idea that he's going to take here immediately. So my thought is very simple, which is take his rook first, and then do this. And then you have this sequence that might be difficult for people to see unless they've been playing a super long time. But the idea would be take, and then he would, and then if he doesn't take back, I'm going after his rook. He could still go down like that, but the more likely thing that he would do is take back, I push and win. I think that's probably where this is going. Yes. All right. So it just leaves it at that. And the evaluation thing for me doesn't work on Lee Chess. I don't know why. I'm sure if I messed with like the settings, it would, but I don't actually need it. Using their review system is perfectly fine for me. Okay, so what I want to do in situations like this is normally check, have a move, and then find like a thing like that. So what check is going to give me the ability to check him on either this square or this square or this square? Or this one, or this one. If I go here, the first check that I'm looking at, he can't block. And this square and this square are sealed off to him. This one is not, however. That would be the difference between that move and this move, which does seal off that square, and 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 that square, yes. And this one because of the king. So now he has to go there. But do I have any of those checks that I was talking about earlier? I don't. However, I can't move the pawn. It's pinned. So I would then have to go here. And then at that point, this square is blocked off. And these squares are blocked off. He has to go here. I still don't have a checkmate at that point. But and that, well, I mean, I'm still going to go for that, I think. But the first thing I'm going to do before that, or the only thing I'm going to do before that, is go back to this check. So these squares cut off, but he can go there. He can go there. And that seems like, to me, if anything, that looks like he would be running away. Like, it wouldn't be, I don't think it would be good for me. So I'm going to go for this check, or this check, I mean. I'm sorry. Oh, wait. This is a check as well. Okay, good. Glad I waited an extra 3 seconds. So now if I check here, and I'm noticing that I can check there as well. But let's go with this one first. These squares are all blocked off. So he has to go there, and now check and win the rook. Okay, so I found the correct check. No. Okay, good. That was wrong. Huh. Okay. Oh, I win the queen. Okay. I just began with the idea that I couldn't win the queen. So it seems hard to understand why I wouldn't push this, because he's going to take it on the next turn. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to me to not do it. So this might be wrong, but it's not worth calculating anything else because it would be so long. Okay, so now it would be ridiculous to not take. It's going to be, what do I do from there? So now I have to just make sure that I do this right. Now if I go here, he goes back there. I go here. Well, no. If I go here, he can go here, which stops me from accessing these squares. And that's bad. If I go here and he goes there, now I can move up. Okay? And once again, I believe, just move up. And now over. King opposition in the endgame. Very nice. And I'm at 2101. So I will do one last one before doing my world record attempts. If anybody has interest in receiving coaching from me, just contact me. My email is listed on the page. The first thing that comes to mind is taking the queen, because I do notice that I have this, and the only way that he has of taking back is with this. So I would at least win an exchange. So now I have to calculate anything that could possibly be better than that. And there are certainly things that could be. Chief among them, this move, for the reason that the knight patrols this square, but nothing controls that square for him except the queen. So if I check him first, and I just want to look at, because he can just go there, and then I'm wondering what's the point. And I feel like there is probably one, but do I see it? Not really. So I will go ahead and I will quickly take a look at this check as well. He takes there. Yeah, that makes sense because I removed the defender of the queen. So I'm imagining he won't take with it. He would go there. And then, yeah, and then though, there should be a way to do this, but maybe there's not. I don't know. Let's try it. Yeah. I overthought it. I take with check. It's very simple. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to do one more because I don't know why. I'm not really sure why I played that move now, looking back on it. So if I take and he takes, I go there. Well, I don't go there. If I take, he takes, I go here. And now he would presumably go here. Is this going to work here? Takes. And then there's two ways to look at this. So there, 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 then there, and then either from there, here. Well, this is the easier line to look at. There, 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 there. So that does not work. But going back to where I started from, I mean, I believe I just ruled out the one thing, so I'm right about the other, which is that it would be to start fresh, take, push, there, 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 easily get it. Good. All right. And so we have a nice rating. That was a 2124 rated puzzle. And now it's 2103. Unless I know exactly what to do the moment that I see this, I have no interest in doing this. I can promote, but he takes like that. So if I check first, he goes there. The question is, does he have a threat that is going to, that I can't stop in two moves? And I'm not sure that the answer is yes, because if I check, he goes down. Then I queen. No, no, I don't want to do that. Actually, one really tempting option is to take this. And he takes, then I queen, and then I take this. That seems like obviously the right answer. Okay. Okay. All right, well, I got that. Only been played 253 times. All right, and now, well, come on. Don't give me this. This is just, it's just too tempting. I'm sorry. I have to do this. The thing is, if I'm putting him in an uncovered check and I'm putting him in a double check either way that I go. The reason I kind of am chuckling is that it looks like this is going to be one of those, I thought it was going to be a queen sacrifice thing, but I actually don't think it is. If I go here, which is the first thing I'm looking at, My idea was he has to go there, and now I'll be able to check here, and he can't take with the pawn because it'll be pinned. And then that is checkmate, actually. That's checkmate. So that's right. All right. So 21, 21-31 is my current rating. And I think that I will probably stop it here. Okay, actually, though, there's this. The problem with this move, though, threatening checkmate and also threatening to take this, is that he has this move. So it's not so obvious. Because I can take back, but then he takes there, and then I take there, though. I feel pretty good about this. No, it's wrong. It's very similar. Very similar. All right, 2108. I might still just do another one. Because why not, bro? So if I take there, then he takes there. This is called it's an absolute, I was going to say indirect pin. I think that is right. I believe it is an indirect pin. This is guarded. It's very hard to understand why I wouldn't take this. And so I just want to, because he takes back. And then, well, I mean, it's not really that clear what the follow-up is. So there's that. There is also this where that's not right, because if I go there, then he's going to take back with something else. There's no way that it's taking the queen there. There's just no way. It's very hard to understand what I would be doing here. Oh, well, okay, there is this. This is the move. I may have said this is the move. I meant to say this is a move. I don't want to say that fast because he has the ability to check me. But if I go there, there are no other checks. There's nothing. So I guess I just have to look at what the move he would play. Because if I go here, then the idea is now I can take and take back. And I then win the piece. But does he have a defensive way of stopping that? So if I go there, I believe his move would... I can't see any move other than this. Or this, at the very least. So let's go for it. Let's go for this. Okay, that was correct. And now, because I don't want to lose the queen, I'm going to go ahead and use the queen. Lovely. All right. And now I will finally just go on to playing fast chess. And I might do a couple more puzzles at the end of the game. This will be the one and only time that I check the chat to see if anybody has questions. So are there any questions? Any questions from anybody in chat? Last night, the one message I passed on is that I don't post on social media and I don't have an account on social media. I would kind of like to, what? I got disconnected? Oh, because of that, probably. Okay, sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. Now, hopefully this works, yeah? Let me see. Okay, yes. Okay, good. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that when I looked at my YouTube, when I look at YouTube comments, then the stream ends. That's very weird. So if you have any questions, leave them in chat. I'll answer them tomorrow. My one message that I left yesterday was that I don't have any social media. And because I don't read social media either, when I looked at Reddit, to be precise, for the first time in like forever. This was after the thing happened, after all the tragedy and awful things happened. And it seems to, I'll write more about this in my article, but it almost seems like there's someone or multiple people that either pretend to be me or someone like me. Like I don't want to be, I don't want to sound, I don't want to sound, I don't want to sound like a Kramnik, but I'm just joking about that sort of. But I'm just gonna go checkmate him. Well, okay. And now I can go here, here, and bada-bop. All right. So I will write more about this in the article. I write articles, but they're journalism, and the things that the way the insults that people have about like the chess.com affiliated people that I've seen on social media, they're not saying anything. They're just mindless, like they're pretending to be saying something, but they're not saying anything. And the stuff that I write is like every paragraph is for a new piece of information that people might or might not be interested in. And it's almost always something that sorry, I shouldn't have done this right now. Okay, if I go here, he can't move, but he can still checkmate me. So I have to just take that probably. Okay, this is, whew. Okay. And now, here. And here. Okay, and now here and here. Okay, I thought that was checkmate. Not gonna pretend otherwise. Yeah. Ba. All right. So everything that I write is from the perspective of somebody making like everything I write in the weekly articles that I do are like taken from a lot of research, and nobody else is saying anything like I'm saying. My points are nuanced. They're fact-based, entirely fact-based. They're so different from what these people, I don't know if they're real people or if they're like just like fake people. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they are, but I will tell you one thing. Whatever they're saying is nothing. They're saying absolutely nothing at all. So maybe it's just like bots that are supposed to drive up engagement. Like I don't know. Like the whole thing is so absurd. Let's go here. Oh, that doesn't work. I just realized that didn't work. Okay, so let's go here, defending. And then let's go here, and I'll be back up. Okay. Okay, back there. Okay, and now I can go here, going for checkmate. He stops it, but he can never stop my freedom. Okay. So, but anyways, if there's a chance that like those people have absolutely no correlation to anybody in, I don't know. Like, I'm not even sure how to finish the sentence. I don't know who those people are or why they're pretending to be saying something, but they're saying nothing. Like, this is me saying nothing right now because I'm playing 1-minute chess games. And it's hard for me to think. When I'm writing, I write real things, not like a bunch of just gibberish that I'm repeating over and over again. That would be inane, a waste of my time, and completely, what's the word? It's the opposite of everything that I am. It is the opposite. It is not. We are not the same. We are the opposites. I am the man who says completely original things. They are the people who probably aren't human, and they're repeating inane, mindless drivel that is either for no purpose or one which I can't understand. Okay. So I hope it's obvious that that this isn't like a trick. Okay, I'm going to go here. The idea of going here. Okay. Let's go back there. I can't go there. That sucks. Okay. I'm still going to go there. Okay. Great. Ah! All right. All right. I'm going to start over after the next one. I shouldn't have started talking about the social media stuff in the first place, but it's just, it just feels, even if it's completely in the most likely scenario where it's just it was like a 1-year-old account though. That was the thing that really made me feel like, what? It was like a 1-year-old account that was spouting off useless drivel about that was obviously like, it appeared to be anti-chess.com stuff, which is not what I talk about in the first place. But even regardless of that, like what are they? Is someone? I blundered. I'm sorry. It makes me very frustrated because I feel like I'm being discredited, and I don't know why or who would do that. Like, what would be the point? After I do this, I'll be finishing the second to last story in my novel. That's a collection of now 11 original short stories. I might up that number. So okay. Yeah, I'm a writer. I'm not some kind of like weird, like, I don't know. I don't even know what kind of like ideology that those people were pretending to adhere to. It didn't even make sense. Okay. Let him take. Okay. No, he can't. No. Okay, that was lucky. Okay. What? I ran out of time? All right. I don't know how that happened, but we're going to start right all over again. Here we go. Bop, dup, dup, ba-da-bop. So yeah, sorry, I can't look at comments. It disconnects from my streaming software. I'm sure I don't have the best setup. I'm not exactly a professional streamer, if you've noticed. I stream for myself and for people in the future. Hello, future. If anybody actually ever watches me in the future, I don't know that that will happen, but we'll see. We'll find out. Yeah. It'll be an exciting journey. Okay, so now, okay, he doesn't take for some reason, and we are happy with this. So happy with this. Okay, and now I'm going to take here. Okay. Ooh. Okay, great. Let's go here, forcing that, and checkmate. All right, on to level 2. Bop, dup, dup, ba-da-bop. Yeah. I mean, it was a year-old account, and it was saying like it was copying and pasting the same things over and over again, which were like someone who had no idea what they were talking about. Like their facts were not like they just kept saying things like think about it and follow the money. Like what? Think about it and follow the money? What? Like what is that even? I don't even know what they were trying to say, to be honest. It was inane, mindless drivel. Is contrary is the word I was thinking of. Is so contrary to the kind of person that I am to have just nothing, mindlessness, this idiocy. As absolutely and not even within the closest realm of my world, which includes no social media, none. So Substack is not social media. I just release articles on it. And I definitely don't have some kind of like shapeless belief that there are like people secretly funding things. That's not, I made a mistake. Let's try doing this because it's not that bad. I did it again though. See, I did it again. I'm going for not a checkmate, but not that far from it. Okay, let's go here. Ooh. And now let's go there. Oh, not that bad, yeah? Okay. All right. Bop, 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 ba-da-bop. So my article, well, I'll describe what my articles have been about. My articles have been about how across the board, our system of finance, or not finance, our system of our economic system of capitalism in the United States and in most first world countries is being replaced by what many scholars are calling technocratic feudalism. And the idea is feudalism was the system that was in place when you used to have like castles and kings and lords and things like that. And with technocratic feudalism, the problem with it is that it is extremely prone to being hijacked and utilized for the purposes of people that are, of anybody who has power. It's not necessarily better or worse than any other system. And that's certainly not the point. Let's stop him from, oh, he's already stopped from playing that move. Okay, let's just go here. And let's go there. Okay, let's just take that. And now I believe I can, let's go for the pawn. Ah, that's what I was defending. Okay, now he doesn't get that pawn, so let's go there. Okay, he does get that pawn. Nice trade for him. At least it didn't come with check. Now I'm defending the pawns. And now I can't move. Okay. So I want to go... I'm giving myself the ability to go back here. Okay, check. I'm just going to go for this. That was a bad idea. Okay, I lost the game. Give it a go again. So what I've been writing about is how technocratic feudalism, which is just a new age version of the old kings and queens and lords going around and fighting for land, which is what you've seen all around the world in the last however many years. It has caused, we have to keep a human connection with each other and stay local, like we just saw in New York. I'm not promoting a political ideology. I'm suggesting that that it's very hard to create any change in a system which is acknowledged by everybody to be very top heavy, you know? So if you're not already well established as a person who has respect among the community, then it's very hard to get that respect. And you don't necessarily get to earn it either, which is that's kind of been the fundamental problem that I have, is that I'm not really offered the chance to, for instance, to do lessons with people. You'd think, oh yeah, people would want to take lessons with somebody who's as strong of a player as I am, but that's not been my observation. My observation is that very few people, if anybody, is interested in that. A bit hard to say why. Okay, so I can take here, because if he takes back, I can go there. And now, well, I guess that. Okay. This looks winning. Okay. Okay. Now I just need to get back, and over and up. Checkmate. All right, that was a good game. All right, let's go again. Pop, 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 bada bop. This is Stockfish level 5 now. Stockfish level 5 out of 8. So I'm pretty happy with where I've gotten today. And I'm also writing, I'm writing about how the chess will now go, where the direction of chess will go. I believe I have unique insight on what will happen. I believe I can claim to have an extremely good track record on predicting based on information that I'm not more like it's not like I've discovered this information so much as I just have paid more attention to it than most people. Based on all of the information that I've seen, it appears to me like there's a certain sequence of events that are going to take place. And everything that I have witnessed makes me more confident of this. Okay, that was a good move by him. Let's go there. And then let's go here. Yeah. Okay, he does a good job. Okay, now I guess I have to go there. Let's go. Okay, I'm at a loss for what to do here. I am at a loss. Yeah, this is gonna be a loss. All right, very hard. Stockfish level 5, very, very hard. Ooh, he plays the Pierce. I never see this. All right, okay, I'm sure I do, but very rarely from Stockfish. He's playing like me. He's playing like me. All right, we have a King's Indian style from White, but the opening is not itself a King's Indian. Okay. I wasn't paying any attention to that. I got distracted. All right. And now I'm going to take that. Call Andrew Tang. Call Andrew Tang. Call Andrew Tang. Okay. And now I have to play, if my memory is, well, first I can play that. Okay. Nice, I think. Okay. Now I'm going to play, well, no, I don't have to defend that necessarily. I'm going to lose this if yeah. So that's the problem. All right, let's go. It doesn't matter. Let's just go there so at least I would get something out of it. All right. This isn't the worst. It's not the worst. Okay, this is the worst. No, I'm just joking. Okay. So we are currently on our, I've never had a hype, I think I had a hype train once somehow. I'm not sure how that happened. Okay. All right. Let's take, okay, and now I'm going to try to win this pawn. Give myself a place to go. Okay. No, that doesn't work. Why did I do that? Okay, he had a nice trap, and I didn't have time to calculate. Very important to play these early games very fast. Have a very good foundation of your opening principles and your openings in general. So yeah, I will be writing about like where I think the chess world will go, and it's really about how people are going to decide. In the end, people are going to get to decide in one way or another where we go. Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go now? And that's what I'm writing about. I'm writing about where do we go? Where do we go now? And that's a question a lot of people have been asking. And I have no interest I don't have no interest in being mean to people, and I'm not mean to people. I'm simply not mean to people. Like, I'm never mean to people. I'm nice to people. I'm always nice to people. I've always been nice to people. And then I always get met by people who act like I'm not nice, and I don't understand why. So I don't want to throw an official theory out there that there are people that are trying to pretend to be detractors of chess.com when they're really just trying to make people who are detractors of chess.com look like they're big dummies. I don't know. I just don't know, like, what's the alternative to that? I'm not sure that I know. Why can't, oh, because I'm pinned. I have to take there. Good try. A. All right. Give it a couple more tries. Maybe do one more of these, and then I'll be off. So I'm not going to repeat claims made by other people as if I'm saying something worth listening to. I wouldn't be writing anything if I had nothing to say. And nothing to say definitely includes things like follow the money to see the reason why this happened. Seems like it's a shadowy figure. Doesn't always have to be one, but in this case, really thinking about it. Like, that's not anything. That's a person saying absolutely nothing at all. Like, that's what that is. That's someone saying nothing. And why would anybody waste their time saying nothing at all? Like, it could be a language thing. It could be a language thing. It could be just that they don't speak the language. But I don't know. Okay, let's try to be reasonable about this. Let's take it. All right. We have a tricky situation in which I need to get that pawn, and it's just not looking good. So let's go over here. Let's take that. Oh, I can't take that. Okay, great. Well, look at that. I got to win another pawn. Or not really, but almost. I don't want to give up just yet. Okay. Okay. That was a tough game. All right. Give it a couple more tries. I'll play all, you know what, instead of playing another run against Stockfish, even though I might do a very quick one, I would prefer to I would prefer to play like 2 arena games or something like that. All right, so I just have to stop checkmate. I can do it from here, maybe? Probably. Is there a reason to do that? No, I just should go back there. All right. It's already looking very grim. Yeah, he's stopping me from the pawn push. I can go here. Okay, I'll go there to continue to try to create a weakness that I can exploit. No. Okay. So anyways, the social media thing is it's important to me. Some people might not understand it, but it's important to me because I don't want people to think that I'm like some kind of guy that oops, I made a mistake. I didn't try to do that. I was just very troubled by the amount of like ridiculousness that I've seen. I'm not pro Monopoly, but I'm also not like I don't think they're like literally evil. I don't think that they don't care about about human lives. Like the people that work there, that would be overdoing it. I lost a piece. I'm having a hard time playing just because I'm just so disappointed, I guess. I don't know what else to call it. All right. Let's play a couple games then. I'm just going to play a couple games in the daily arena or something like that. I'm streaming chess right now just because I want to be playing chess. That's it. I'm not going to play Hyperbullet. I feel like that is a trick by Chess people to get people who are not playing fairly or have bots to be unhappy. I don't know if it's like that cut and dry, but yeah, it's I have no interest in it. So let's just play in the player pool. So here we go. All right, so for those of you who want me to play against humans, I'm playing against one more before I sleep. Just a total coincidence that I was saying that last night. And then I did play just one more before I went to sleep. Yeah, I did. I will not be sleeping after my stream, however. I am in between one job and another at the moment, and I will be returning to job numero dos. All right, so he's doing this stuff. Okay. And I just didn't want, let's defend. Let's go there. I can maybe go there. So let's first go here. Make sure that's defended. I'll lose the pawn. He defends it. See, I mean, like, really? Really? Okay, so let's push him to the side. So if I push there, he comes back there. So here, maybe there. So if I go there, he can go there. So I mean, is it that great? I can look for, well, yeah. I would rather have my knight on a different square. Let's go there. Okay, let's move the king over. So I have this move. Now I don't have it. Yeah, I didn't see that. Now he can take. He didn't take for some reason. Okay. I'm sure there is a very good reason. I'm very sure. Ah, yes, of course. I pinned myself. Oh, woe is me. All right, let's go there. So certainly not giving up. I want to have the ability to bring the knight in at some point, or, okay, never mind. He just takes it. All right, so he wants to play an endgame, does he? All right, so first threaten the knight. I don't doubt that there will be a checkmate of ridiculous proportion. I'm going to take back with the king if he takes. He'll probably take the pawn, or he'll check me. Yeah. So now he'll probably do this. Okay, he didn't do that. He's not really making mistakes. I would encourage people to agree with that. So now I'm going to try to go back and stop the pawn. And he stops me from accessing the square. So now I'll be going for a stalemate. Okay. Yes, I will be going for a stalemate. It's not possible on this move, but it wasn't possible while I have pawns to move anyways, so I'm not sure that I'm going to get to the point where I'll have the opportunity to stalemate. Okay, good. He's going to take one of my pieces. No, he's not. He's not. He's not. All right, so, and that's checkmate. All right, what a wonderful game he played. All right, let's play a new opponent and take a look at how well they play. So yes, this used to make me very upset. And I said, and the only time I've ever said anything mean about anybody was either as a joke. When nobody responds to your jokes, I guess sometimes maybe you, I guess it's possible that maybe sometimes you say things that are a bit too on the nose or touchy subjects. I'm not sure, but I don't go for touchy subjects. That's not a thing I do. I don't have any interest in making people feel bad. That's the opposite of what I want. Okay, so now let's play this first. And now by pushing, he finds that. So I believe I can play this move. I'm hoping he takes with the knight. Okay. Well, now I'm going to take the knight. And I'm going to take here. Okay. And now I'm going to have to think about this for just a second. Let's move the rook out. Just to get everything defending this. He'll probably move a rook there, something like that. He did not. Okay, am I missing something? Maybe, maybe not. I have good piece correlation, connectivity. My connection is strong. Okay. Let's go here to go there, probably. I'm going to go there. Okay. So now I'm going to come back here. I'll go here. Okay. Now the check does nothing for him. And I'm just trying to figure out. Let's go there. And then that way, if he tries to take that pawn, I take his. Okay. So this position is obviously a draw. I don't want to check him and give him more time to come out. So we're going to immediately start pushing, then move the king. Okay, and now there. Oh, I dropped a pawn. Yeah, always a problem. Okay, now I do want to do that. I could try to sneak in like a ninja. You know, if it's a human, I don't think he'd see this checkmate threat, but well, I don't know. It's not checkmate, but it's winning. I think. Yeah. Wait, no, it's losing. It's very losing. Now, does he see this checkmate threat? He sure does, but just kidding. He does not. I don't know that he could have stopped it, but that was a good game by me and him. 6 feet of bubble tape. Oh, oops. Okay. That was my fault. I saw what he played. I just did not process it. So I will be going for... Actually, this is not bad. Go ahead as queen. I'll keep that. Keep that in mind. I don't see any point in playing that. Let's play this. Okay. It's defended. I'll take. Okay. So I mean, if he just wants me in front of, I'll take back with the pawn. Okay, I'll take back with the pawn. The king can kind of stay in the center if he needs to. I'm going to put on the check. It gives him maybe development. I'm not sure how good that is. I do have to go and defend this pawn. Okay, so now he goes there. So I'm going to go here to go there. Okay. He's threatening this check, which is very unpleasant. So let's go back here. Now let's go after the queen. After the queen. And this also protects that spot, but not the other. Okay. Okay, so my idea is going to be pretty simple here, which is to play this. No, I want to first go here. I'm looking at this. Now I can go here. Okay, and now just want to see, is there a better way of doing this? Not really. All right. Okay. I don't know what else to do. I mean, is this a thing? Maybe now. Let me calculate it. Now this, because that square is blocked off. Okay, so I would think it might be a thing. Okay, so now he can't go there. Let's try this. You'd have to go there. Is he gonna escape? Let's find out. Can't go there. A checkmate. Nice. All right. That was a great game. Good game. Well played. All right. That was fun. That was fun. I don't know if it was a person, but it was a very interesting tactical sequence, maybe an unnecessary one, and maybe one which didn't work. I'll go review that game before I'm done. I don't have a lot more time to play. But other than that, I should have stopped him from coming in here first. Now I'll do that. So I'm not going to go back to the topic of social media, but I would the thing I say to like everybody now, he missed this. Or it missed this. I don't know, whichever. It's not that bad, really. I'm going to take. But now I have this move, which is going to allow some tactics. Okay. I'll take back with the pawn. The idea is coming here, perhaps. Well, now, I'll take there. Okay. It always scares me when people do that, because it means, well, I don't know what it means, but let's go here, threatening that. I don't expect him to misplay it. My articles are really like a history of let's go. I want to be on the white squares, but I also want to defend the pawn. So let's still go here. And yep, so this is okay. Probably. Now if he tries to push me out of the way, I can force the queen trade, which does look good for me. It looks good for me. He can't do much about my knight being there. I can go down here. So I should get my king moving, because he's going to play probably that move, so I can't move the king. Isn't it amazing how I know these things? Yeah. So otherwise, I would certainly not have given up that, but what can you do? You can check, or that. Okay, I have no choice there. I'm going to take this pawn. It seems more important at this moment. Let's go back here. Going after that one. And also I'll be cutting off that square. Doubling up there. So he'll push the pawn. No, he doesn't. Okay. If there's better, I simply didn't see it. I'll probably go there. Okay. Actually quite pleased to see that. I have no time left. Okay, I lost on that. So that was a very shameful game. Shameful game. All right, I'm done with that. I lost rating points. I went up 9. I mean, does it matter? Does it really matter? All right, so I wanted to see. I won 2 games out of the 4, which is surprising to me. The only one that didn't last very long was this one because it was really cool. I just want to see this. Bad opening. I blundered out of the opening. Castle queenside, sacrifice the rook. So I tried checking comments earlier and it disconnected from my streaming software. So, you know, that I don't know what the meaning of that is, but that stinks. So this is a very humanly played game, at least. I will certainly say that. Until move 20. And then nothing was wrong until now. And now this is where that was a blunder because I can take there. And I didn't take there. I thought so the idea here is take, and then that. How did I not see that? I have no idea how I didn't see that. All right, so I didn't do that, and now I went up there. Yeah, okay. And that was at least not a blunder. I was just winning massively at this point. It wanted me to play a move that wasn't check. I thought about the bishop move, but no. Heck no. Oh, I had a checkmate at 1 here too. Because I always forget, it's hard to see the bishop there. So he didn't make any mistakes after that. Okay. So, and what was he supposed to play here? He's supposed to play here to go after the queen trade. Yeah. And then there's nothing I can do. Then it wants me to play this move, oddly enough. Okay. All right. And I'll just do just out of curiosity, let's see how Xerox Man played chess. Good game to Xerox Man. Good game, Xerox Man. All right. And, okay. Yo. All right, so this might go in my streams. We did puzzles to begin the day. Xerox Man, if you can't, can you see? Yep. Xerox Man playing 93% accuracy, 13 cent upon loss. So he's just a very, very underrated player. There were no mistakes, inaccuracies, or blunders until move 26. Just to run through it. He blundered the pawn. He blundered a pawn. That was his blunder. But he got into an endgame of which he had a slight advantage. And he played all, let's see. Just curious about this. It said everything was a draw, and it was, but I just didn't have time. So yeah, this would have been a draw if I had had the time. But that move, yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. Yeah. Would have been a draw. I could have probably pre-moved it. But how much time did I have left at that point? I had 9 seconds left from here. Oh, that's probably why I took here. So that I couldn't pre-move back. Okay, that's a shame. I mean, I'd given up at that point. All right, so last puzzle, and this is our puzzle of the day, brought to you by me. The move I want to play immediately is this. Goes after the queen, goes after the rook. He takes back, I take. It doesn't make any sense, however, unfortunately. Because it doesn't win anything. So I'd like to win material instead of just sacrificing a piece for no reason. And that's always a good reminder to play this move probably. It goes after this and this square. He has to play that. No, I mean not that. I'm sorry. He has to play this. If you want to sing loud, sing loud. If you want to be free, be free. And then, yeah, I don't know what the alternative would be. So, okay. And the question is what to do now. And now this is a very tempting move. But let's see. Take here, here, and then this square is blocked off. This square is blocked off. So the king would have to either go back here, and then I don't have anything. The other move that I can play, the other two moves that, well, the problem is the queen is defending that square. So I don't actually see that sacrifice working. I don't see it working. If I take rook takes, bishop takes, no, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Okay. Well, I don't know the answer, so I'm going to try this with the idea of this, this, and then this. It's going to be my try. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. It was that. Why? So if I had just done a little bit more calculation, I would have won his queen. Okay. I mean, but I don't know. Okay. All right. Good. Very good. And if I don't know the answer to this right away, I'm leaving. And I'll be gone until midnight. There. I have to write my book. I have to go do that. Then he goes back there. Then I go there. Is there any way that that's not the right move? What if he goes there? Then I might get checkmated. It feels like this is one you could easily just get done with. Yeah, if I go there and he goes there, then I go back. No, that wouldn't go back there. That doesn't make any sense. Then I go here with the pawn and he goes over. That doesn't make any sense either. Okay, one more time. If I go there and he blocks with the rook, then I go there. He goes back there. Blocks with the rook. I go there. He goes there. Then I'm not sure what I'm doing then. There has to be a way that this pawn push can be handy to me. Yeah? Is there another thing? Is there another move I have that I don't see? Let's see. I go here. Then he has to go there. I'm leaning towards this being correct. If I go back to here and he slides over, then I go here. He can go back and then then I could take the rook. If he goes there, then I can't go there. I would have to go there. And I think I'd still win a rook, but that would be bad. I think I'd like to connect to this square. I want to be able to take that or something. What if I go, let's try here. Okay, why did I do that? I was leaning towards that. No, it's not that. It's this. This is the move I didn't see. Oh, this. I have the rook. Oh, silly me. Yep. All right. That's when you know it's time to stop playing. All right. And we are donezo. What? What? Wait. What? What? I have time to do that? Really? I would have lost that puzzle there anyway. So, all right.